What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. I know I said I wasn't going to make any YouTube videos anymore, but I felt like I needed to make an exception with this because I made a parody album for my friend of basically all inside jokes, and I'm actually happy with the way that the music came out, so I wanted to share it with everybody, but nobody would understand almost any of it if I didn't make some sort of explanation video describing the contents. So, yeah, as quickly as I can. These are the songs, and I made this album because I had a lot going on up here with just like melodies and always singing songs and making up harmonies and stuff with them. And as much as I love rapping, I really don't listen to a lot of rap music. I love pop music more, and I love pop music the most. And I've always wanted to make pop music, but I'm not good at making beats or anything like that. Sometimes I'll play around and make one, but most of the time it's just writing raps and stuff. But I just wanted to give it a try and try just a bunch of different kinds of music and different voices and stuff, and just try to make it as funny as possible. And I showed it to him, and he thought it was really funny. So I'm just really happy with the entire thing. It's not serious. It's like a probably took like around 20 hours. I made it on GarageBand. It doesn't sound very clean. It's definitely just like the long and short of it, and not too much work that went into it. But also, I was pretty particular about making sure all the music was correct and in re-recording like my audio and my singing and stuff if I didn't like it. So I guess I was a little particular, but for the most part, it's not very polished. That's the word, I guess we could say. So yeah, the intro, 11 songs. The intro is about Hunter S. Thompson. There's like a list of things that he does in his daily life, or that he did in his daily life, and yeah, we found that funny. The second song is about a kid, one of the nicest kids I've ever known. He was a dishwasher at one of my jobs, and everyone loved him, and whenever they saw him, they would just he would always be, "Hi, good to see you," and they would hug and stuff, and then the manager would always, like, cause everyone loved him, and the manager would just say, you really gotta stop hugging the girls, cause it is a workplace and you're not supposed to do stuff like that. So yeah, the second song's about that, and he would also say, "You're the best," all the time. He'd go, "You are the best." That was like his catchphrase. The third song is about Daniel Negreanu and how the announcers, or the people that do the commentary, will say, "Ooh, bad card for Daniel." So the whole song is basically about that. This is the only song on the album that has something that I didn't make. It's just his audio for a little bit, for a part of the song, but everything else on the album was entirely my doings. Fourth, my favorite place is we used to go bowling on Tuesday nights, and there was this family next to us one time, and their baby was just like, it's like a little, I don't know, standing up little kid, and maybe like 2 or 3 years old, and they just had this baby running around like no problem, and she was getting in our lane, and she was just like really hyper. So yeah, so that's what that's about. Fifth is Poison Pizza. That's about a pizza place that I like, that I have like the what he would probably consider just like a fine relationship, but I consider it like really funny and petty on my end, and I overthink a lot of the stuff with it, and make a lot of jokes about it for some reason. I've just been joking about that for a while, so that's yeah, I don't want to say too much about any of it. Six, we have this character that we always talk about, like named MC Spatzel, or DJ Spatzel. So I had to throw that character in there. Mi Candido is actually about another guy that we knew, another dishwasher at a restaurant That's all he would say all the time is Bodhi Chang, Mi Candido, Bodhi Chang, Mi Candido, Mi Candido, Mi Candido, Mi Candido, Mi Candido, Mi Candido, Bodhi Chang. He would say it constantly. It's the only thing that he ever said to us. He was pretty cool to us. He was always very nice to us. So yeah, we would always joke about Bodhi Chang. So that's what that's about. 8 is a rocket power joke. They used to say dolphins think fingers are food. I think that's where that comes from. So that's what that is. So 9 is called Telling Me. That is about an audio message that I sent him one time, pretty recently actually, of me just doing this weird character, this guy that's on a subway. He's like sketched out, and he's just going, yeah, these people, they're telling me something, but they're telling me nothing. these people, they're telling me something, and but they're telling me nothing, and so that just caught on quick. We started saying that, and we both thought it was funny, and I made a song about it. 10 is just a way too much to get into. There's a Rick and Morty spoof called like Australian Adventures of Rick and Morty or something like that on YouTube. And at the beginning, he's like, "I stop and get some petrol first." So I just immediately started saying that. I thought that was great, and all the characters, King Bojang, Momo, those are all like Momoli's Mr. Mime in Barrier Ball and a minigame in Pokemon Stadium 2, and Bojang is something that a kid in my preschool used to say. So I made a rapper, another alias called King Bojang. And then 11, the final step, that's about this kid that we knew that brought up a weird point one time, or a weird, not a real, I mean, I guess technically it's a point, but an argument about finding a stepsister attractive, and we just kind of made an inside joke about that from there, and I wanted to include that somehow, and I thought it was a nice way to wrap up the album. So yeah, everything on the album, all the beats, all the voices except the third song has a Daniel Negreanu clip in it. Everything except that I did, and it's very unpolished, but I think the music's there, something like that, and for the OG Raioh fans, there's a little verse somewhere in there that I'm actually really happy with. So, yeah, I hope you guys like it. If you listen to it, thanks so much for watching this, and, yeah.